The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So first down in the red zone, and this crowd getting behind its defense. They'll try the toss to the left. Makes a man miss. He's in for the touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Snatch it quickly on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Shakes off the defender. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Tight end now in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Running to the left. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll go to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Right on the money. It's a seam wide open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yards. Now we're in 4th and manageable. And you dang right, we're going for this puppy. We got our 4th down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
Movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Tyson. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Tyson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll break out the wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Tyson. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now remember, they were stopped on 4th down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Williamson. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. How about that return? He may not get credit for a touchdown, but if they can pay it off, that score's set up by the return man. He's going for the goal line. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I think 7 from the field goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Absolutely. stop.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a fourth and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the snap, it's Tyson. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Jarvis. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On the option. Now the pitch. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The play action fake. Still looking on the move. Got out of trouble and throws. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Fourth down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Tyson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Brought down at the 2-yard line and just a couple of steps away from the pick six.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. A strike downfield. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Jarvis. They'll run the screen. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Fires to the big fella. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Tyson. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Tyson. Fights off a defender. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the 1st half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Tyson. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to... They got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across it when he ran back into his own end zone. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Nothing says my offense stinks like punting on 1st down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. To the air, it's Jarvis. He's going to take off. Turning on the Jets. And a nice pickup on the run. It gets down to avoid contact.
Well, I think you're you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's caught. It's Strickland. He's got it up. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this.
That's a live ball. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lets it fly. Complete in the middle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starting this third quarter on the ground. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Tyson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Tyson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter of space where he can do some damage. That time they got into him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
This is a designed run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Looking for space, it's Tyson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. With the catch, it's Williamson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion. And this guy stood in the pocket, and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pucks it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Tyson. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Gets away from one. Finds room. It's a running room. Turning it on. The 10. And he will house it.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Fires to the tight end. He's in for the 2, and that is big because now it's a one-possession game. They trail by 8. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Tyson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Complete. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense gets set for second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're...
And he's got it inside the 35. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Got it behind the line. It's Tyson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. How about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. And his throw is incomplete.
And how nice ices it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Gets down with the slide. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's complete to the left. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to buy time. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Jarvis. This one's complete. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Tyson. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's in for the score.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, pads the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Tyson. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Complete to the left. There's a live football. Defense picks it up. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Gets a hand in there and breaks it up. It's incomplete, but wait, there is a flag down on the play.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
They'll line up for a second down play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout by the offense.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Going to swing it on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Jarvis. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got him downfield. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Wide open downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Sends it back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Jarvis. Throws to the wideout. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. Bringing it back. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Quick release by the QB. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down. Myers on the move. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
After this, it'll be a wrap. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Jarvis. Rushes on him. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl